everyone, welcome to Adult With Autism. I'm Lee and I am an adult with autism. Feeling all fancy this week with my earrings on. I'm currently obsessed with anything orange. So I've got an orange top on underneath here and I've got my orange earrings on. I don't normally wear earrings a lot, but I figured I feel a bit fancy today. So with that, I've got a jumper and a cardigan on because I am freezing cold. There's no decent heating in this house, so there's no point in putting the heating on, and it's a little bit cold today, and the window is rubbish, so it's cold in this room, so I've got like a million layers on. Anyway, let's get to the video. One of the things nobody ever told me about being autistic is the gastro issues it brings. The upset stomachs, the tummy rumbles, the, millions of different foods that you can't eat because it disagrees with you or makes you sick and things like that. Now I knew that my problems with not liking foods and textures of foods was linked to it once I figured out I was autistic, that I am autistic, but I didn't know the fact that foods which made me physically ill was connected to it at all. I'd never been able to find a reason behind that. But autism spectrum disorder is all about the brain and how it's wired and all that, and all you seem to hear is about the psychological side of things. I know a lot now about social anxiety, stimming, meltdowns, burnout and all those sorts of things, but you don't seem to hear a lot about the physical problems that having autism brings. And like with all the videos that I do, these like content subject type videos, I try to do as much research as possible before writing a script, putting as much of that into the scripts for these videos as possible. But there's not much information to find about the link between autism and gastrointestinal issues. There's various studies that have been done, but nothing definitive that gives the actual reason why people on the spectrum seem to have these issues. There doesn't seem to be an underlying cause, even though many places admit that there seems to be some type of link, that if you are autistic, that you are more likely to have these type of issues. And obviously I will try and talk about this subject without getting too graphic about it. We all know what we're talking about. Everybody that is autistic that has a gastro issue knows the side effects that type of thing brings with it. Apart from some foods that I'm not willing to eat because of textures and things like that, a lot of food that I can't specifically eat due to physical symptoms, and I'm going to let you know what these are. So yogurt and peaches, I can't eat either of those because I am allergic to them. I have an allergic reaction to those. I'm completely lactose intolerant, not dairy intolerant, just lactose. I can have lactose-free stuff, so I can have dairy products that is classified as lactose-free. And then there's food that makes me sick. So if I have too much tomato, anything spicy, and any cooked veg, tiny bits, are okay, maybe give me rumbles. But if I try and eat cooked veg, it comes back out, and that is never pretty when that happens. But there is also a bunch of stuff that causes me to have migraines and headaches and things like that. But if I go into everything that I can't eat, I will be here forever talking about food that causes me and what type of issues they cause me. So because of these issues, I try my best to eat as much fresh food as possible, but I still have a little bit of fatty food and a little bit frozen food every now and again, but it's not something that I can get away with eating daily. I'd have more issues than I already have. I try and cook as much from scratch as possible every single day. Now that is only possible when Erin is around, because with other issues to do with autism and things like that, I tend to burn myself, I forget things and stuff like that, so that's safe for me to cook on my own. So during the day when I'm on my own, at breakfast, cereal, things like that, crumpets, toast, those sorts of things, something easy and filling. Lunch, sandwiches, microwavable noodles, those anything quick and easy. And then snacks of fruit, sausage rolls, those sorts of things, easy to grab, easy to fill me up, and something that isn't going to cause me issues. And by doing this, it minimises the amount of problems that I have. But there are some days where those sorts of issues just absolutely come out of nowhere, and I don't know if it's because of something I've eaten, my body just decides, nope, today we are not having it. And the amount of times where it's been nothing more than just pain in my belly area, but it hurts so much, I don't know if it's, food's going to come back up or what's going to happen. So I've spent many a night where I've actually taken my duvet into the bathroom and thought, well, if I'm going to be sick, I'm just going to stay here and be comfortable. And luckily I have a nice clean bathroom constantly, partially because of these issues, so that I can go and just sit on the floor with a duvet wrapped around me and read a book until the pain has passed. It also means that my cupboards are full of painkillers. I have ibuprofen and cocodamol all the time in my cupboards. I can't go out without it. Obviously other pain issues as well, I suffer from headaches and things like that as well. So I couldn't survive without painkillers, because if I don't get rid of the pain, it's just there forever. So if I have stomach issues, typically ibuprofen actually helps, because it helps with the pain element of it, and obviously ibuprofen is also anti-inflammatory, so if there is any kind of inflammation, then I'm hoping that side of thing helps. Maybe just taking it is a placebo and my body starts to feel better simply because I think that the ibuprofen is helping. I don't know. But I also take it with fresh water as well, so maybe the water going into my system is what helps. But these issues, I always thought it was a me thing. I always thought it was just something that I had, but then talking to more autistic people online and things like that, it was something that a lot of people seem to have problems with. I wrote a blog about it a few weeks ago, and people got in contact with me and was like, oh my god, I thought this was a me thing too, and yet I have this issue as well. And yet nobody knows what the link is. Nobody knows the causes of these issues. Nobody knows how to get rid of them. Some people are lucky enough that it is just things like IBS and things like that, and they can take treatments for flare-ups. Unfortunately for other people, the diagnosis is things like Crohn's disease, and obviously that brings a lot more complications and stuff like that, and surgeries and everything that has to do with that. For other people, they're diagnosed as celiac and have to completely change their diet, but once they do, luckily the problems go away. So for some people the problems do stop once a cause is found, but then there are some people like me where an issue is never found. It's just one of those things. I have been to so many different doctors, been told so many different things. I have tried diets where I completely cut out wheat. Did that for months, didn't help. I have cut down on things like sugar and stuff like that, didn't really help. When I did cut down on taking out a lot of fatty food, a lot of frozen food, and replaced it with a lot more fresh food and fruit and things like that, then I did notice less flare-ups, but it still hasn't completely gone. And there are the hidden things as well. I have it makes eating out incredibly hard. You try to eat out when you're lactose intolerant is practically impossible. I go to some eateries and there's 2 things on the menu I can choose from that, I hope in hell are not going to cause a flare-up, and sometimes they do. I have to ask for if they have a dairy-free menu. Sometimes I have to ask for a vegan menu, but then because I can't eat cooked vegetables, I have to then disregard everything on a vegan menu that I can't eat, and I'm left with not many options, and it just causes issues essentially. But yeah, so anybody else in the same kind of situation? Anybody else seen that linked their autism to any kind of eating issues, gastro issues and stuff like that? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear from other autistic people and your points of view as well. As much as I'm hoping these videos help people that watch them, doing these videos actually also helps me personally. It is one of the reasons why I started them, because this is my sort of, as much as I hate the word, this is my journey from, I started my blog to sort of document me going through the diagnosis process. And now I've been diagnosed, I'm in the early stages, so I'm finding how autism affects me, and what issues arise because of that. So, you know, I love to hear from you guys as well. Drop some in the comments below, let me know how you deal with these issues as well. You know, all I'm doing at the minute is riding out the pain with ibuprofen. So if anybody's got any hints, tips or tricks for me that they think might make things a bit easier for me, I would love to hear that. Don't forget to like the video, click subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to see more videos from me, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.